Qué bonito este maravilloso juego. Boom, vale, estoy grabando. Buenísimo. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo les va? He conseguido el dinero. Aquí está. Eran 10.000, pero como me pidieron que en la misión que vamos a hacer ahora después de la que tengo marcada aquí, lleve bastante dinero, dije, bueno, pues voy a, voy a agarrar otros 10.000. ¿Cómo lo hice? Perfecto. Bien, ¿cómo lo hice? Acá hay una zona de cerdos. Los mato a todos, duermo una hora y los vuelvo a matar, duermo otra hora y los vuelvo a matar. Así estuve media hora. Y después me teletransporté acá y fui aquí, al bar este. Y le vendí todo. Cuando se queda sin dinero simplemente dormí 4 o 5 días. Y el dinero se le regenera, se le recupera. Y así, me volví a teletransportar acá, hice maté todo otra vez, y volví acá, sí lo hice un par de veces y... O sea, no viniendo, no matando, volviendo, vendiendo, volviendo aquí, matando todo. Cada vez que hacía una vuelta completa, venía acá. Salía, otra vuelta completa de esto hablo, Cada vez que hacía una vuelta completa, así, salía de... Salía de aquí, me teletransportaba hasta aquí, hasta Novigrado, y lo hacía. Y vendía todo, y ya está. Eso es lo que hacía siempre. Así que gracias a eso tengo... Gracias a eso tengo todo este dinero aquí. ¡Ah! Es verdad. Es verdad, es verdad, es verdad, es verdad. Que faltan cosas aquí. Oh. Vale, sí, que soy tonto. Que tenía acá para hacer la gaviota blanca, pero no me di cuenta. Siempre tenía que encontrar estos dos materiales que me faltaban. El licor de mandrágona y el licor de cereza, y con eso hacía la sogue. ¿No ves? Me faltaban solamente esos materiales. Después estos son plantitas, ¿no ves? Para todos estos se necesita gaviota blanca. Y ya estaría. Ya estaría, ya estaría. Así que fui haciendo cosas para conseguir... Esto ya lo tenía. El aceite para relisto superior ya lo tenía. El ahorcado superior no. Así que probablemente este sea nuevo. Mira, el necrófago superior. El aceite para dracónito superior. Vampiro superior. Insectoide superior. Espectros superiores. Constructos superiores. Y acá ya no, acá ya maldito. Es que malditos, híbridos, bestias y ogroides es lo que menos mato, así que digamos que no me maté tanto para hacer esto. Pero este resto sí, de este más que nada, Dios. Cómo mato necrófagos, es increíble. Encima los aceites superiores me dan un 30% de potencia de ataque. Los mejorados solamente me dan 25 y los normales me dan 10. Así que digamos que los voy a matar más fácilmente. Así que venga. Hablemos con este muchacho. Boom, dar.
Brought you more coin. Put it towards better equipment.
Thanks in the thousands. Too kind you are to me, truly.
Your work's worth the coin.
A ver qué me da, a ver qué me da.
Hard at work. Good to see.
Unos días después, LOL.
Yes. Commissioned have I tools. A fitting set from Novigrad crafters. Many arms and legs they charged, but renew my work in earnest I now can. New runes, glyphs, and diagrams created I have. An eye you should cast. Find one to your liking, perchance.
Dale, muy bien, me gusta mucho eso. Dígame, señor.
So, nothing holding you back now.
From making master-crafted runes, you mean? Much more coin I will need to do so, sadly.
Hijo de puta. ¿Y qué hijo de puta? A ver.
Craft something for me, would you?
A ver, claro, ahora tengo más, Bien, ahora tengo más. Ruptura. Incrementa el alcance del remolino, 1 metro. ¿Qué remolino? No importa. Ah, el remolino es una habilidad, ok. Rejuvenecimiento, cada golpe fatal que proporciona restablece un 25% de tu vigor, interesante. Euforia. Golpes fatales propinados con esta espada otorgan... Bueno. Pero al final nunca se agotan. La comida que genera regenera 100% de velocidad más de... o sea, el doble. Apaciguamiento, lo mismo, ¿no? Este tiene algo diferente. Atracción, sí, este tiene bastantes cosas diferentes. Atracción. Los enemigos alcanzados por Axia sufrirán su efecto 2 segundos más por cada golpe que lancen, ok. Todos los objetos de armadura equipados son considerados como una armadura mediana, ajá. Cuando atrapes a un enemigo con una trampa de Aydren, aparecerá un glifo de Aydren en ese lugar. ¿Qué? ¿Por qué quiero eso? Cuando entres en combate habrá un 100% de probabilidades de activar un escudo de Queen sin usar vigor. Esto realmente es útil. Esto realmente es útil. El ataque básico de Igni alcanza a todos los enemigos en un radio de 360. LOL, este es buenísimo. Pero deja de aplicar el efecto quemadura. Ah, no lo quiero entonces, ¿para qué? La armadura desvía todas las flechas, ok. Ignición, esto un 25% de probabilidades de que los enemigos o los gemelos de Igni propagan el fuego a los enemigos. Alcanzar el 50% de art. Lo que sea, esto ya lo tenía. Peso, todos los objetos de armadura equipados son considerados como una armadura pesada. Cuando mueres un enemigo alcanzado por Axia, el efecto se transfiere al objetivo más cercano. Nah. Lo de la espada de acero es la misma que la de plata, así que por eso no la estoy contando. 15.000, qué hijo de... ¿Yo no le pregunté esto ya?
Oh yes. Never have I seen woodland so expansive.
Vale, sí, pero me está diciendo otra cosa.
With such colors brushed. Nordlings, however.
Ah, no. Yo ya lo he dicho.
Bandits, the high road's riddle.
Vale, yo se lo he dicho. ¿Qué vendes?
Wouldn't mind a glance.
¿Tienes cosas nuevas por esta tontería? Ah, sí, esta tontería. Grifo de reaparición, mejora, coloca un hueco vacío en el elemento equipado para mejorar sus características. Más 2 de regeneración de vitalidad, interesante. 15.000, ¿qué?
Thanks. So long.
Bastardo. Qué bastardo.
Oh, that hurts.
Qué bastardo, qué bastardo. Vamos a hacer la misión secundaria. Dios mío, qué asco. Roach, aquí estás. ¿Este no es el lugar en el que maté a la familia maté a los 2 viejos caníbales? Sí, ¿no? Probablemente sí. Ey, ¿qué pasa? Busca el lugar donde atacaron al mercader. Claro, claramente es ahí. Claramente tiene que ser ahí. Aquí. Jaja, lo sabía.
Look around some. Bloody fight looks like. Folk in the tavern didn't stand a chance. Tracks lead north.
Vale, tengo que seguir esto. Y el rastro, claramente.
Trail's gone cold. Need to look around. See if I can pick it up again. Was
Acá, por ejemplo, tal vez.
bleeding heavily.
Venga, sigamos.
Wonder what this means.
Hostia. Está muertísimo.
Took a traveler hostage, I guess. Blood trails the hostages. Must have been a burden if they left him here to die. Lost the trail. Gotta look around for something else.
A ver, ¿qué hay? Acá no va a haber nada, ¿no? No.
Found it.
Oh.
Leads this way.
Buenísima. Me gusta que diga found it, o sea, lo encontré. Oh, una puerta secreta. Una puerta oculta.
Trail ends here. Dirt and ground cover concealing a hatch. Secret passageway.
Por cierto, hoy hay bastante... Ah, es abajo, claro. Hay bastante viento, así que si escuchan el tun 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 tun, es que mi ventana está golpeando contra sí mismo, básicamente. Hoy hay bastante viento, Hey compañeros, ¿qué tal? Miren, les traigo un veneno del ahorcado, pero esta vez es superior. ¿Cómo los voy a destrozar? Va a ser increíble, no tenéis ni idea. Ard. No veo nada. Antorcha. Por favor. ¿Ya? Ard. Muere, muere, muere. Muere, muere. No veo absolutamente nada. A ver, sé que funciona mejor probablemente para estas situaciones. Quemadísimo. Y lo parto. Buenísima. A ver, ¿qué hay acá? ¿Qué hay por aquí? Tengo que subir acá, ¿no? Claramente. Oh, cofre rojo. Diagrama de armaduras introducir. No sé qué. Espada acero de no sé dónde. Silla de montar superior. Interesantísimo. Diagrama escrito por una desconocida. Va a decir diagrama. Carta con órdenes. Robe. He tenido un mes entero y ningún progreso. Los diagramas están no sé qué. Bla 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 y bla bla bla. Ok. Interesantísimo. Esto me va a dejar bastante dinero, ¿no? Es mejor. Esta es mejor que la que tengo. Espada de acero. Esta espada de acero es mejor que la que tengo. A ver, la espada de acero realmente no es demasiado importante. Solamente lo uso para humanos o bestias, así que podría equiparme a otra. Pero es que 20 solamente de daño... Ne. Esta es mejor, 70 de vigor y esta es 85. No es mejor. Dinero... Cositas... No me gusta que tenga el coso amarillo, básicamente por eso. Vale, ya estaría. ¿Puedo subir acá arriba? A ver qué hay. Nada, perfecto. Salgamos de aquí, sigamos buscando. Espero el resto de los campamentos de los bandidos, con mucho gusto. Roach, larguémonos de este lugar. Venga. Hoy tengo muchísima energía. ¡Ey! ¿Qué pasa, compañeros? ¡Ole! Muertísimo usted, con el arco. Con el arco usted no me toca. Joder. Dios mío. Acérquense. ¡Pum! Lo congelé. Vale, este no le afecto con eso, así que tengo que usar Ard. O hacer un par, una de dos. ¡Ey! No puedes hacer eso. Muertísimo. Oh, una nota. 15 no sé qué. Interesante, 22, 25, 26, lo que sea. Oh, queda uno. No me di cuenta de ti. ¿Qué tal, compañero? Muertísimo. Puedo saquear algo de acá, no solamente lo rojo, ¿no? Esto y lo rojo. Diagrama, armadura. Hostia, armadura. Buenísima. Diagrama otra vez. Y la carta arrugada. Descubierto te vio los diagramas robados. Está... ¿Qué le pasa a la moto? ¿Por qué está sonando? Lord me ha dicho que te envió unos diagramas robados. No tengo que mosca sea. Sin descifrar. Interesante. No puedo robar nada más, ¿no? ¿Qué es esto? Me acabo de llevar abejas por casualidad. Tengo que reparar 90%, 40%. Con esto me basta. Como la dureza de las armas y las armaduras aumenta, si es mejor. Por ejemplo, esta armadura es superior, si no me equivoco. Magistral, vale, es magistral. Realmente no se gasta demasiado. O sea, yo viajé todo esto con la misma armadura desde que... ¿Hace cuánto fue eso? Hace varios días fue eso, hace antes del final y todo. O sea, muchísimo antes del final. Y recién ahora está al 65%, o sea... Excelente. Excelente, excelente. Ah, sí, mi familia está mirando un partido. No sé quién está jugando ni nada porque no soy muy de ver fútbol. En realidad de deportes en general. Un castillo. Hey, ¿qué tal, compañero? ¿Quieres que los mate a todos? ¿Qué tal? ¡Fum! ¡Fuera!
Good.
Fuera, fuera, fuera. Buenísima. ¡Ey, ey, ey, ey! El veneno, el veneno, el veneno. El veneno, buenísima. Espada de rosa llameante. ¿Está muerto? No. No, no está muerto. ¡Fum! Joder, los escudos me molesta porque no agregan nada al combate. O sea, no es más difícil porque tengan escudos. A ver, la idea es que sí, ¿no? La idea es que si los humanos sean más difícil porque tengan escudos, pero no lo son. Déjame decirles que no lo son. Esta armadura es mejor que la que tengo, probablemente, igual que estas armas, menos las grises. Ey, ¿qué tal? El piso. ¡Pum! Muertísimo. Vale, acá hay un cofre. Oh, una carta. No sé qué, bla bla bla, órdenes para Golds. Lo que sea. Sigamos subiendo, sigamos subiendo. Oh, no, uff. Casi me mato. Salté mal. Sí, prende las velas, porque sí. ¿Nada más acá? ¿De verdad? Bueno, bajaré. No puedo pasar por acá. Pensé que sí. Vamos, Geralt, vamos. Venga, a por este lado. ¡Ey! ¿Qué pasa? No. No, 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 no. Al piso. ¿Se murió? ¿Sí se murió? Mira. Hay cosas que saquear. Nada interesante, ya queda uno solo. Ey, ¿qué tal? Muerto, 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 muertísimo, muertísimo, muertísimo. Tendría que ponerle incinerar o algo a la armadura. Tiene que estar acá adentro, sí o sí. Claramente iba a estar ahí adentro. Oh, un diario. ¡Ey! Un diario del drogador del fuego. No me interesa lo más mínimo. Diagrama, más armaduras. Perfecto. Luego resiste el diagrama de Robbie. En cuanto averiguas una sola palabra, escríbeme enseguida, porque son gilipollas. Robbie está planeando algo. Estamos sentados sobre una mina de oro, amigo. Solo hay que descifrarlo. Perfecto. Oh, ya tengo todo. Excelente. Acá está Roach. Me puedo teletransportar aquí con el puente que está acá. Vámonos. Tan tararán, 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 tararán. Tan tararán, tararán. Me agrada mucho que hayan puesto esta cosa acá. Ahorra bastante tiempo. Ey, ¿qué tal? Yo tengo todo. ¿Qué puedes hacer? Vas a dar mucho dinero, me imagino, ¿no?
Managed to recover all your diagrams.
Want to be relied on, this I knew. You restore the faith I might have in men, for I've now received aid from a stranger in even this land most barbarous.
Don't mention it, really.
As agreed, I shall draft your duplicates, though it may take a day. Be so kind as to return tomorrow. Your reward I will have for you.
All right.
Con mucho gusto.
Tomorrow then.
Tararán, espera un día. Muy bien. Así no. Así. Pasa un día entero. Va, al mediodía, Vamos a hacer que sea de día, porque si no, las 8 de la mañana va a estar bien. Ey, ¿qué pasa, compadre? No lo encontraba.
It is to see you again. Quite the pleasure.
The diagrams, they're duplicates. Ready?
In fact, yes. They are yours to take with my gratitude.
Thanks. Farewell to you.
Wow, buenísima. Ey, ¿qué pasa? ¿Por qué se ve así? Ah, vale, ya está bien. Joder. Se veía todo nublado de la nada. ¿Qué pasaba, digo? Armadura de no sé qué. Voy a ir al armero. A ver qué tal. Ya no tengo más misiones, ¿no? Busca de tesoros. No, de Hearts of Stone no tengo ninguna. Misiones secundarias tampoco. Sí, toca hacer esta. La fiesta o la casa. Vamos a la fiesta primero. Vamos a ir al armero, primero que nada, para ver cómo están mis cosas. Para ver si vale la pena tener esa armadura o no. No sé si es una armadura ligera o mediana. Las pesadas no me gustan, tardo mucho en rodar. Una vez golpeo y ruedo. Tardo bastante en rodar o de esquivar y todo eso, con las pesadas. Tardo bastante. Preferiría que no lo sean. Siendo sincero. ¿Está lloviendo? ¿Está lloviendo? Sí. De pronto esto se va a apagar, ¿no? Se va a apagar en cualquier momento. Ahora cuando vuelva probablemente eso está apagado. O eso espero. ¡Ey, compañero!
Needs.
Botas de asesino, magistrales, de alisos, de Ophir. Más 8 de armadura. Intensidad de Igni, de Queen, de Iron, botas... Vale, la armadura de Ophir aumenta las señales, es bueno saberlo. Es bueno saberlo. Caballero Rediano... Menos 103, increíble, menos 108. Ophir, armadura de Ophir, es una armadura... No me lo dice, no me dice qué tipo de armadura es. No me lo dice. Equipo ligero, ¡ah! Ligero, hostias, aumenta la armadura y la regeneración de vigor, interesante. Va, sí, la armadura de... La armadura de Ophir.
Take care now.
Por lo menos ya sabemos que aumenta las señales. La que tengo no, la que tengo aumenta las señales. Potencia de ataque, daño de perforación por cortes, resistencia de daño por monstruos. No, lo mío potencia de combate. No. He aprendido. Este juego es asqueroso, nada realista, ¿qué pasa? Miren allá, miren, justo encima de la cabeza, miren ese árbol, mírenlo. Miren. Oh. Desapareció. Oh. Ah, qué estupidez enorme. Si no me equivoco, ese es el árbol donde estaban las moiras. Creo que el árbol que estaba allí es el árbol en el que estaban las moiras. De veces desde acá es increíble este juego. Arre que es lo típico que ponen bastante alto como para que sea sí o sí. Y tiene que ver eso sí o sí. Para que te puedas ubicar. Bien, ¿dónde queda esto más cerca? Por acá o por acá, probablemente de qué. Vamos a hacer la misión de la fiesta. No vendí las... Soy tonto. Viaje rápido. 9 grado. Descubrí que más rápido se hago esto. Aunque probablemente no demasiado. Eh. Me gusta como lo oscuro va desapareciendo mediante... Me voy acercando. Va desapareciendo la oscuridad. Es por la distancia de dibujado. La distancia de dibujado es corta en este juego. A veces voy por los bosques y aparecen plantas de la
Greetings,
nada.
Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
Quiero vender cosas
What do you
primero.
have on offer?
Quiero vender esto y esto. Muy bien. Ah, mira, yo casi tengo 15.000. Para... ¿Esto te lo puedo vender también? Por 137, no lo quiero. Anillos, todas cosas nuevas. Y ya estaría. Adiós. Ah, no, las espadas.
Listen, would you craft something for me?
Las espadas, a ver cuánto están. ¿Cuánto están? No. ¿Cómo se hacen? Alfanje de Covir. Esta es de Covir, no me interesa. Tiene que ser la de Ofir. No la puedo hacer al parecer, ¿no? No. A ver. Si la encuentro. Bien, sí, no sé qué. Felina. Mejorada, superior. Peria de brujas. Restos, acero. Mediadora. Interesante nombre. Negro, Belén, Skellige, Novingrado. No. ¿Dónde está? ¿No hay una espada que diga espada de Ofir? Es que se parece mucho a esta. Tienen una forma media rara las espadas de Covir. Como si fueran estas que está acá. Espada de Social Tile, una cosa así. Una forma parecida a esta. No. No la encuentro. A ver, tal vez no haya acero. ¿Habrá de plata? Tirar es la espada de no sé qué, Felina Magistral mejorada, Viperina, Excavadora, Faustino, la Demoledora, Turlón. Va, no hay. O sea, tiene que haber, pero no. No lo encuentro. No lo encuentro. Oh, I can't stop singing. Make it stop, make it stop.
So long.
Hasta otra, señor. Larguémonos de esta ciudad. Es raro que vea a los... Que voy a decir a los tipos de rojo, pero claro, es que los tipos de rojo también son un... Son guerreros, ¿no? A los religiosos, porque yo terminé la historia y había terminado con que los habían quemado a todos por falacias o una cosa así media extraña. Pues eso, me parece muy raro que no los quemen a todos. Que no aparezcan todos quemados. A ver, probablemente... Siri... ¿Cómo entro aquí? Ah, entro por acá. ¿Qué es esto? Leer. Lírica de Shani. Interesante. No veo nada. ¿Ustedes ven algo? No veo nada. Me cuesta muchísimo ver el...
Yeah.
Las maravillas de Cercaña. Interesante. No voy a robar nada. ¿Qué más me importa? No veo nada. Debe ser porque son las 6 de la tarde y el sol está justo al lado de mi ventana.
Good. A pox in an army can prove more ravaging than even their fiercest foe. Your service will be recognized.
How? Will I get a toad-shaped medal?
The army's not got any medal like that.
Geralt? Are you alright? What's that on your face?
Long story.
We're conducting important business. Yous can catch up later.
Yes. Right. I'll get to work on the antidote. Shouldn't take long.
Tasty number, that medic. Not like a scholar at all.
Interesting. Curious to know, what do scholars look like to your mind?
Well, all that reading's hard on the eyes, right? So they wear spectacles.
No,
Sí y no.
Thick ones, propped on wrinkled noses, and their clothing frumpy at best.
Who've they got to dress up for? The books?
Fascinating, really. But if I were you, I'd make sure no medic ever overhears you.
Huh? Why's that?
Because when you get cut in a battle, she might just refuse to stitch you back up.
You're a lucky bastard, Witcher. We've seen her making eyes at you. Not like she looks at us. Isn't that right? Admit it. You fancy it too, eh?
Nah.
Sorry, none of your business.
Come on. This some kind of secret? You embarrassed? She's quite fetching, and you're, well, none too handsome, but a witcher. Lasses like your type. Come now, fess up, you fancy her or not?
No.
There's no denying her beauty, but she's not my type.
Talking out your ass, mate.
You're passing on quite the catch. She looked at me like she does you. I'd not dally long thinking.
Here's the medicine. It's a strong solution, so careful with the dosage. Each patient gets exactly 2
Joder,
drops
pero si
after
parece que
meals,
tiene
3 times a day.
20 y pico años, o sea, es demasiado joven para Geralt, boludo. Mejor que se meta con las hechiceras que tienen más de 200 y él también, claramente.
I thank you. In Redania's glorious name.
Serving the Redanian cause now?
I serve individuals. I treat them. That they're Redanians is coincidental. I'd help Nilfgaardians as well were I in a position to.
Vale, esta foto se marca bien la marca.
Edirnian, elves, dwarves, halflings, the same. Come on, Geralt. You know me.
Aside from the incident in the sewers, we last saw each other. Must have been in Vizima.
Yes. Yes. When it was ravaged by the Catriona.
Feels like a century ago. Where have you been? What have you been doing since?
Well, I left Vizima and returned to Oxenfurt, proceeded to finish my doctorate, and then opened a practice. Shortly thereafter, war broke out, and I was press-ganged into the Redanian Medical Corps.
So what now? Radovid's dead.
But the war's not over yet. The chaos continues. I'm still very much needed. Though I can't complain. At least I live at home now, and I treat the ill, as is my calling. Though I must always be ready, for at any time the Redanians might knock with some painfully urgent assignment.
A ver, sí, es lo que tiene tu trabajo, ¿no?
I need your help this time.
I'd guess this wasn't a social call. All right. Tell me what you need. Is it at all related to that mark on your face?
Sí.
And you must tell me what happened in the sewers.
Maté a un príncipe y me hicieron prisionero, la segunda. A ver, vamos a decirle la verdad.
Where do I start? Alright. Monster in the sewers turned out to be a giant toad. And this toad was actually a prince. An Ophiri one at that.
And I'm a Kaviri Duchess.
It's the truth. Uncolored, I swear. When I killed the toad, some Ophiri soldiers led by a mage showed up, captured me. Man named Gontaro Dim freed me.
Who's this?
Un mercader de espejos, alguien muy poderoso. La verdad es que no sé. Un mercader de espejos. Alguien muy poderoso, claramente es el segundo. Un mercader, vamos a decirle un mercader de espejos. Alguien muy poderoso.
Could be a mage, a demon, or a djinn.
You don't know?
He's very powerful. That's all I need to know. He helped me out of a bind. Now he expects me to fulfill some nobleman's wishes in return. First one's to summon the ghost of his brother, then show him the time of his life.
Amuse a ghost? How do you intend to do that?
Not my chief concern at the moment. Gotta find his grave and summon him first, then we'll see.
But that's necromancy. It's extraordinarily risky and involves higher magic.
Odim told me how to do it. No sorceress or necromancy involved. Gave me this. Concoction that summons ghosts. I'll need a censer too.
Well, that can be arranged. They keep one in a storehouse at the academy. I can fetch it for you.
Thanks.
Muchas gracias, señorita.
Don't mention it.
Muchísimas gracias.
But I still don't like this.
A mí tampoco, la verdad.
Neither do I.
Me están usando.
I don't really have any options. Gotta summon that ghost.
I understand. Whose ghost is it?
Olgierd von Everek's brother.
Von Everek? In my third year at Oxenfoot, we had to choose an elective. My options were Pearls of Wisdom from the Hierarchs, or Famous Redanian Dynasties. I chose the latter. Here it is. Von Igrid, von Estiken, von Everek. It says Olgierd had a brother named Vladimir. He lies in the family crypt near their manor.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'm off.
The crypt's described as quite a work of art. I'd love to see it. Why don't I bring the censer? We can meet at the entrance.
Venga. Hey. A ver, ¿puede ser que la fiesta para este tipo sea una matanza o algo así? Porque, a ver, el hermano es o es un vampiro. A ver, claramente es un inmortal, ¿no? Pero es inmortal, no sé cómo, pero es inmortal. Probablemente porque le pidió al mago de los espejos que... ¿Dónde queda más cerca de acá, no? ¿De Erde? Al mago de los espejos que... ¿Roach? Que quería vivir, o sea, probablemente si estuviera muriendo... Dijo, quiero vivir y... Bueno, vivirás eternamente, ¿viste? Y sucedió eso. Es lo más probable. ¿Eso o es un genio? Y frotó la lámpara y dijo, hey, los deseos. No, si yo muero, tu cuerpo quedará atrapado junto al mío para toda la eternidad. Así que o haces mi primer deseo gratis, o una cosa así, o nada.
Never seen this side of you.
Y ya está, probablemente sucedió
What
eso.
side is that?
How do I put this? Your romantic side? Used to
Así es
see you surrounded
inmortal
by
y
bandages and
tiene
medicine
los tres deseos
vials,
todavía.
often covered in blood.
Well, that's because you usually come round while I'm at work. Off duty now. Waiting for you, weaving a garland for the wedding.
A wedding? Whose?
A dear friend's. From the academy. Speaking of which, would you go with me?
¿El anuncio era tuyo? ¿De qué? Sí, vamos a decirle que sí.
Sure, why not?
Wonderful. So, it's a date.
Remember to bring the censer?
Of course. Some soldiers nearly caught me slipping it into my satchel. Wasn't sure what you needed it for. So I also took a mix of amber, aniseed, and juniper. All rather smoky when lit.
Thanks. Might come in handy.
Nuevo objeto recibido. Incesario.
Let's go.
Sí. Vámonos.
The tome was spot on. This is impressive.
Yeah. Too bad it's falling apart.
The family hit on hard times. No coin to splurge on such luxuries. Ooh.
This is no crypt. It's a full-blown mausoleum.
Mausoleo. Lel. A ver, ¿cosas que robar o es por las cosas de los pobres? Saquear. 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 Alfanje de Ophir. Esto es el arma, ¿no ves? Esto es una espada de Ophir. Tiene armadura, señales y... Vale. Realza las señales, vamos a decirlo de esa manera. Incrementa el poder de las señales. No puedo pasar por acá. Espectros, va a haber espectros. ¿Cómo lo sabía? ¿Cómo lo sabía? A ver, estamos en una tumba, tiene que haber espectros. Espectro superior, ¿cómo te voy a destrozar? ¿Cómo te voy a destrozar? Va a ser increíble. A todos, Muerte, muerte, muerte y destrucción. Muerte y destrucción. Muertísimo. Muertísimo, señor. Pum, 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 pum. Vale, no puedo. Muertísimo, muertísimo. Ey, 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 ¿tú qué? ¿Qué es acá? Muertísimo.
Last of the surprises? Sure hope so.
Oh,
Should
acá
look
hay algo.
around. Probably shouldn't touch that.
Sí, lo más probable es que no sea bueno tocar las cosas.
Vladimir von Everek, son of
acá está.
Bogatomico and Christina. There you are. Now for the ritual. Gotta spread the incense throughout the crypt, every room.
Objeto de misión. Has conseguido un objeto de misión. Para usarlo, colócalo en la ranura apropiada en el panel. Gracias. Ah, el incenciario ese. Esto que está acá. Esto. Tengo la antorcha y tengo esto. ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Vale, acá no hay nada. Seguir explorando a ver qué tal. No, por acá vine. ¿Verdad? Sí, no tengo que subir. ¿Qué es esto? Un juego sangriento. Interesante. Esparcir el incienso. Ah, tengo que esparcir el incienso, claro. Yo decía, ¿por qué tengo que explorar toda esta parte? Si no tiene ningún sentido. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Ard? ¿Ya esto una salida? ¿Qué es esto? Llave de la cripta. ¿Oh? ¿Esto que tengo aquí? Es una cueva bastante enorme. Arañas, no tengo ganas de enfrentarme a ellas. O tal vez sí. Vámonos. Tengo el insectoides mejorado. Las voy a destrozar. Insectoides. ¡Pum! ¿Cómo las voy a destrozar? Igni activado. ¿Cómo las voy a matar? Las voy a destrozar. Va a ser increíble. Va a ser increíble. Manuscrito de aceite para oroides mejorado. LOL. Creo que no hay ninguna acá. Ah, claro, vienen por arriba. Tiene sentido. Tiene bastante sentido. Tiene más sentido de lo que pensé. Muertísimas. Ah, falta una. ¡Ey! ¿Qué tal, compañera? Realmente... ¡Oh, no! ¡Oh, no me ha capturado! Realmente espero que ninguno tenga tenga miedo a las arañas como tal. Venga. Botín raro, cosas así. Saquear, 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 saquear. Joder, hay 300 monedas acá. LOL, ¿cuántas cosas hay acá? A ver, probablemente podría haber venido sin... ¿Qué me falta acá? Sin matar las arañas, pero... A ver. ¿Qué más da? Perfecto. Oh. Vale, yo tengo bastante dinero. Guardo la partida. Tengo que esparcir la...
Life and death, fire and blood. Arise as a friend, for I am no foe.
Lo que usted diga.
Return and walk
Por
midst
toda la
the
gente tengo que hacer esto,
living, ye who hath departed.
No puedo correr.
Arise as a friend, for I am no foe. Arise from the dust, ye whose blood I have brought.
¿Y por dónde va a salir?
Life and death, fire and blood. Time to light the votive fire.
Perfecto.
Fire and blood.
Ahora está mejor.
Life and death. I summon ye, whose blood I have brought.
Cluc, 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 cluc. ¡Buah! Buenísima.
Fire and blood.
Oh no, una moto.
Life and death.
You have summoned me, stranger. Why?
Name's Geralt. Came to wake the ghost of Vladimir von Everec.
Who you are, and why you've come matter little. For you'll not leave this place alive.
Are you Vlad's ghost?
Who asks after my grandson?
It matters not, Honoratina. What I wonder is how this mortal obtained the family's blood. For von Everic's rise only for von Everec blood.
True. Yet to my knowledge, only one of our line yet lives. Olgierd. Then we converse with the man who spilled the blood of your grandson, Kestitis.
No, no lo hice.
None of you are Vladimir. It's Olgierd, his brother, who sent me.
You will meet Vlad soon enough. Yet Olgierd, you will never see again.
¿Qué les pasa a ustedes? Aydren. Muerto, muerto, muerto. Muerto. Sí. ¿Qué funciona contra estos? O sea, además de claramente Aydren, porque ¿ya está? ¿Se pueden calmar? Soy un brujo.
My. Ornery whoresons those von Evericks, eh?
Who are you?
The rogue you seek. Vladimir von Everec, brother to Olgierd.
Muy bien. Oh.
Forgot I cannot even scratch my stones. Though in point of fact, they've not itched much since I died.
Didn't want to
A ver,
fight
tiene
your
sentido.
family. They started it.
I'm dead, not blind. I preferred to see how you'd handle those snobby pricks. And Grandmum too. Besides, what harm could you do them? They're dead as it is.
Tiene sentido, tiene razón.
Now tell me how you came into Olgierd's blood. If you hurt him, I fear I shall have to kill you.
Got it from a mutual acquaintance of mine and Olgierd's. I'm here on important business.
I'm a swine corpse, with no interest in important matters, yours or any other buggers. The sole thing I miss is feasting, corporal diversion, so to speak. But alas...
Get a lot of visitors?
At times, not often. For when someone does drop by, the whole band comes out to play.
Fun-loving family.
True. We're famed for our love of revelry and rumbles. We von Evericks have brawled and raided for generations. It's tradition. Naturally, with raids comes loot, so we always had the means to celebrate right lavishly.
Pobre hermano.
Towards the end of my life was when things went sour. But no point poking at old wounds. Just days before I died, my brother claimed he'd found a way to dig us out, restore our state.
Your brother sent me.
How is the old rogue? What I wouldn't give to ride by his side again.
No chance of that happening. Could experience something else, though. Something a corpse should find interesting.
Interesting? Out with it. What do you have in mind?
Listen, feels like I should know Olgierd better. Tell me something about him.
Oh, a fantastic chap. A true cavalier. You won't find another like him in all Redania. The best there is for a drink or a brawl. We were pups when we started riding out on raids. Wet behind the ears. Borderland villagers shat their trousers at the very sound of the word Olgierd. I was his second in command, leading a band of rogues who'd ride through fire for us.
Sound like common bandits. Any difference?
Us? Bandits? Watch your words. True, some of our swordsmen were mindless brawlers, but not Olgierd. Always curious, took an interest in all things. He devoured books, adored paintings, and loved the most beautiful maid in the world.
Muy bien.
Don't mean to pry, but just a little curious how you died.
No need to be shy. Folk love such stories. I'd love this one too, were it not to end with my death.
So how did it happen?
On raids, it was our custom to storm the alderman's hut and then order the local clods to bring us kegs of spirit. And provide willing wenches to squeeze and churn about. Then, sadly, an ambush. Outmanned 5 to 1. We were overwhelmed. They killed me, crushed my skull like an eggshell between an upturned oak table and the stone floor.
Listen, Olgierd gave me a job. Odd as it may sound, I need to show you the time of your life.
Is that so? Now that, sir, is a brother. I've been dead for years, yet he still looks after me, after my spirits. How much time do we have?
Think one night should do the trick?
Splendid. Wait just a moment while I hoist my saber and... What the blistering devils?
You're a ghost. Can't grab things.
I keep forgetting. But how am I to revel and rock and fuck? Can't lift a tankard to my lips. Can't wield a saber. Can't squeeze a wench as we dance a jig.
Guess you'll have to do without. Let's go.
I will go nowhere. You're to see I enjoy myself, correct? Well, then think of a way to make it possible.
How?
Revive my flesh.
No can do. Besides, body's probably decomposed.
Then bloody come up with another way. I'll not go anywhere in this state.
Come on, we're wasting time.
I'm not to waste time. Sir, time is all I've left.
You this big a pain in the ass when you were alive, too?
Do not anger me, boy. If I've but one night, I want to revel properly, not watch others enjoy themselves.
So what do you propose?
I've an idea.
Oh no, not gonna happen.
Oh yes. Yes, it is.
Me acaba de poseer.
Geralt, wake up. Open your eyes. Where are the smelling salts?
Death was a small price to pay to lie on a lap so lovely, and so near the wonders concealed a bit higher.
Have you gone mad?
Yes, as soon as I laid eyes on you, Promise to stay and stroke my chin, and I shall spend the rest of eternity in a hound's body, trotting along by your well-turned calves.
Geralt? What's happened to you?
Geralt? I'm Vladimir.
What?
Blast. Fine, give me a moment. Yeah, definitely don't like being possessed.
You'd not have fainted had you not resisted so fiercely.
Geralt, care to explain what's going on here?
It's his fault.
A pleasure to meet you, my sweet.
Whose?
His. You know, Olgir's brother.
Geralt, there's no one else here.
Seems your lovely maiden friend can neither see nor hear me. There's potential in that.
Need to set a few ground rules.
And I needn't do a thing save have the time of my life, which is exactly what I aim to do.
You're testing my patience.
As you are mine. Can you please explain what's going on here?
Oh, fiery. Temperament matches the drapes.
Listen, I'm supposed to show Vladimir von Everec the time of his life. Turned out, he's a ghost. So, willing or not, I gotta lend him my body.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you're possessed?
Not at the moment. Just now he's standing next to me, coyly grinning at you. But off and on, he'll enter my body. So anything I say or do will actually be him. His mind, his intent.
But what if I want to talk to you, not him?
Well, she should approach me and ask me to jump out for a bit.
Just come up and ask him to leave for a while.
I see.
Splendid!
Right then, Sugar Plum. What say you we leave this dank crypt? There's a charming grove nearby where kisses taste sweeter than anywhere else in the world.
I take it you're Vladimir now. Doesn't seem like I'll have trouble telling you apart from Geralt.
Ah, mirá, tiene el coso azul. No, mirá, qué divertido. Ok, creo que es un muermo. No cambies de tema, querida. La primera, tal vez.
My sentiments exactly. Between you and me, this Witcher fellow is an awful bore.
Only sometimes.
Ha! Seems we're kindred spirits. So, off to the nearest hedgerow.
I'm afraid I have to turn you down, dear ghost.
A shame. In that case, point me to the nearest brothel.
I've got a better idea. Just before Geralt entered the crypt to summon you, I invited him to my friend's wedding.
Good heavens. That's damn good luck. No better dancer in all Redania than Vladimir von Everec. My ginger muffin. With me, you shall enjoy an evening to top all others.
Wonderful. I must stop by my home first and change. So, we'll meet at the temple.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Why not?
I'm not fond of temples, see? When alive, I'd only set foot in one to loot it. And in death, I find I despise them all the more. Could we not meet after the ceremony, go straight to the feast?
All right. Seems we've no other option.
Splendid. Then I shall see you at the wedding manor.
Muy bien.
I must say, Witcher, a man could lose his head for a lass like that. And that comes from none other than Vladimir von Everec, famed for his taste in women. So tell me, honestly now, man to ghost, are you her paramour? For if so, you have my word, I shall keep my distance. But if not, then the haylofts we shall devastate together.
We're just friends, always have been.
Never professed your love? No heartfelt admissions? Confessions?
Never anything between us.
You mean to say you never gripped those gorgeous... Ooh. Never cherished those beautiful, nay, stunning... So, soft in the head or the loins?
Excuse me?
Ah, a pederast. Fine, if it's not your flavor, you needn't taste. All the better for me. I'll see she's properly satisfied. So, Witcher, time for the wedding?
Let's go.
Onward. I'll be right behind you.
Ja, camina igual. Camina a la misma velocidad. Tararán. Vámonos. Vámonos de aquí. Reúnete con Shanae junto a la granja en la que se celebrará la boda. Muy bien.
This whole witch's life.
¿Cómo es la vida de un brujo?
Those signs. I'd like to try one.
What signs?
Your witcher signs. Never done it. Could be interesting.
Rather not.
A ver, en realidad sí.
Till the stroke of midnight. What I would rather is what matters.
¿A dónde está ahora?
Bloody fine mount. Good stance, powerful rub.
Stable withers. Well, well.
See you know your horses.
I should say so. My two greatest passions in life.
Mares.
Yeguas y doncellas, perfectísimo.
Spooky.
Un fan de Visters.
Roach doesn't like ghosts.
A ver, no le gusta nada en realidad.
Remember that mill? Whenever Olgierd and I got up to mischief, we'd hide out in there.
O sea, que molino, ¿viste? Está allá.
We snuck off with some moonshine. Old cocksucker Yaramir caught us.
No, por arriba.
Ah, those were the days.
No, por abajo. Me cago en Roach.
No sign of her yet. We need to wait.
This is very romantic.
Fuck off.
No, foto casi en negro, qué lástima.
Behold, wars have started over uglier wenches. Well, raids have been undertaken at least.
True, she looks lovely. Let's go.
Whoa, hold. Mean to go in, wearing that?
What else?
Have you seen how she's dressed? I'll not parade at that jewel's side in a rank tunic. You need a robe. One daren't attend a wedding in anything less.
Don't happen to have a robe handy.
What do you mean? What about that?
No voy a robar nada.
Oh no, we're not gonna steal.
Come now, we're merely borrowing.
Hijo de puta.
Ah, this'll do wonderfully. Perfect fit. It feels tailor-made. Now for shoes. One must wear shoes to a wedding.
Ah, se va a afeitar, se va a arreglar, claro.
And we must be neat.
Lo dejé así porque realmente me gusta cómo le queda la barba a Geralt, así que no. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué tiene...? Ah, está guapísimo.
May they draw and quarter me if I've ever seen a lovelier lass.
Nothing left of you to draw and quarter, alas.
Doe eyes, a swan's soft supple neck, and a waist so slim you could grip it one-handed.
You're actually quite amusing this way.
Be assured, you'll like me even better when you come to know me more intimately.
How intimately?
Enough to get a sense of my assets, my dear. Trust me, they're nothing to scoff at.
May I please speak to Geralt for a moment?
Whatever for. This evening is about my pleasure, not his.
Just for a moment, then you can jump right back in.
Be quick. I'll not stand here doing naught. I'm to enjoy myself.
Geralt, I'm about to introduce you to the newlyweds. Please make sure your friend doesn't embarrass me.
I can't make him do anything. All that nonsense is his. I feel like an ass saying it.
I liked some of that nonsense.
What, for example?
It would do you good to be more relaxed sometimes.
Relaxed? So you think I'm uptight?
What I mean is, it would be nice from time to time if you could sit back and enjoy life, instead of going around solving everyone's problems.
But what does... I don't understand.
Of course you don't. You're as dense as year-old hardtack. Luckily, you've got me.
We'll talk later. Let's go to this wedding. The sooner the ghost has his fun, the sooner this'll be over.
Finally, something that's not utter tripe. We shall dance till the break of dawn.
You get till midnight and not a second longer.
That's not enough. I shan't even get properly soused by midnight, let alone...
Make an effort. I'm sure you'll manage. You get to frolic and carouse till midnight, that's our deal. Then there's the capping, then you go back where you came from.
So be it.
This way, my strawberry.
mi fresecita.
Hello world, I'm back. I'll be damned. A proper wedding. Overladen tables, plenty of worthy drinking companions, and a swarm of fair maids.
Son solamente dos, no sé qué estás diciendo. A ver, tres, pero... Lo que tú digas.
None compared to you, my dear rhubarb. Beware of the dog, Shani. Judging by the size of its house, the mutt must be big as a horse.
Thanks for your concern, but the doghouse is empty.
They let a man-eater like that run free? Have the wedding guests been warned? Seems we are indeed in for a cracking good time.
What a lovely rowan. I remember making necklaces of the fruit when I was a child.
Ah, the berries make for splendid hooch. Olgerd and I brewed in our teething years.
Bueno.
I shall introduce you to the newlyweds now. Try to behave.
For you, my rowan petal, I'd do anything.
Vámonos.
Come. Time to meet and...
Hey, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis?
Once more, all the best in your new life.
Thank you.
It's us now. Dearies, blessings rain down upon you.
May you live in health and happiness, harmony and love forever.
Vamos a tratar de ser educados con ellos.
Thank you from the bottom
A ver,
of
es lo que
our
haría el
hearts.
tipo este. Dijeron que eran caballerosos y todo esto. Así que vamos a hacerlo bien.
My dear friend Aldona and her chosen one, Jonas.
It's an honor. The sun shine brightly on this new path in your lives. I am
This is my friend of yesteryear, Geralt of Rivia.
Yes, 'tis I, Geralt, a witcher. Heartfelt thanks for your hospitality. I adore weddings, the brides especially. So
vale, pensé que tenía que elegir yo las palabras, pero...
Righto, I'm sure we'll all have
Pensé que tenía que elegir yo las palabras. 4.
Tell me, Aldona, how is it you and my dear Shani know each other?
We met in Oxenfurt. Both studied medicine at the academy.
Wondrous times.
Over quickly in my case, alas. My family couldn't afford to keep me there. I was forced to return home after 1 year.
It's never too late to pursue an education, my dear. Your husband is certain to help you complete your studies, provide the necessary coin.
I don't know. We've not talked about it.
Come, Jonas, surely you've not taken Aldona as a mere diversion for the alcove. You will help her, will you not?
That is between me and her. You needn't butt in.
But I'm not. I merely ask. See, I've come to love your wife like a sister. So I ask you, as your brother-in-law, will you help her?
I'm sure we'll discuss the matter.
Muy bien.
That's my lad. You're a right decent chap. I knew it from the start.
¿Por qué has escogido a este tío? La novia viene con un buen dote. No voy a preguntarle nada de eso. No creo que estaría bien.
Time's a wasting.
Are you expected elsewhere?
Me? Ha! I simply cannot wait to sample your liquors and dance with the local matrons.
Jonas and I invited more than a few lovely maidens. Perhaps one of them will catch your eye.
Oh, that's for damn certain.
And perhaps you will catch one of their...
It'd be nice, certainly, but I shan't be terribly bothered if it's not the case. Come, let's drink.
LOL, tengo todos estos puntos para hacer. Participa en las actividades de club hasta la medianoche. Muy bien. ¿Qué cosas tengo para hacer? ¿Qué es esto?
Do you need help?
Shani, darling. Oh, you shan't believe what's happened. I'm marrying off my only daughter. Wanted a proper wedding for her, wild revelry. So I hired a true fire eater.
Is club
Ooh, I've not seen that sort of trickery.
Horribly dear diversions of that sort. He journeyed here from Novigrad.
But I'll not squeeze coppers on my daughter, oh no. The groom's family have us for paupers. We'll show them how wrong they are.
Seems we won't, in fact, for our fire swallowers has gone as last Yule's pudding.
Oh, lo voy a destrozar.
Groom's hound chased him off. That blasted demon. Ugh, they sure named it right.
Calm yourself, Dumpling. Master Witcher's here now. Perhaps he can aid us.
Cuéntame todo lo que
Before I
sepas.
can begin my witcherly investigation, I require guidance, clues. Tell me all you know. Everything.
Well, the fire eater arrived around noon. Ate his fill of food, not fire. Then went for a stroll to air some gases, he said. That horror demon saw him and started barking like a thing possessed.
Why so?
Haven't a clue. Didn't like the man, sent something awry. Perhaps if the man swallowed fire. Animals fear fire.
If I feared, it would have fled, not given chase.
Damn fool dog. How can you know? But it snapped its chain and chased the fire eater into the woods.
Foolish or not, it's our son-in-law's beloved pet. There'll be hell to pay if it goes missing.
Lo encontraré.
You needn't worry. The Witcher, that is, I, will find this swallower of heated things.
Mighty generous offer, but no one knows where to look.
Matters not. Witchers, that is, we have our ways. The Flame Gulper, what did he look like?
He wore a jester's cap. Typical sort. Ought to be enough to identify him.
I shall find him.
We thank you. And hope for the best.
Obviamente, ahora me va a dejar el trabajo a mí para que yo pueda controlarlo.
Awfully nice of you to offer your help, but are you sure you're up to it? You're not actually a witcher, Vladimir.
I wish to find this magician. Give it a go, all right? But you cannot help me. I must do it alone. I expect it will be great fun.
Bueno.
Fine. Don't have to do this, but if I were you, I'd find the dog's tracks, follow its trail. Just a thought.
Excellent advice. I'll take it.
Shani,
Buenísimo.
Vladimir and I need to find the fire eater. If we're not back by midnight, then...
Relax. You'll be back in no time. I believe in you.
Tally-ho. Adventure awaits.
¿Eh? Vale, lo que sea. A ver, sin ayuda, dijo. Lo estoy controlando yo. Hey, ¿qué tal?
The hound tore its chain off the wall. Underfed, it seems. Or else the ash liquor really boiled the mutt's blood.
Joder.
A bone not so clean I've only ever seen two.
A ver, ¿puede que hayas tenido un demonio como mascota y nadie se haya dado cuenta?
Caught a hen after not eating for a week. Its bowl is chipped. Tried to devour its bowl along with its supper. Daft mutt.
¿Me estás siguiendo?
The dog made these tracks true, but a small one. Yet judging by its house, Demon is a hulk.
¿Puedo hablar con más gente además de esto?
Look. So I shall follow the cards.
In the mood.
A ver, para, quiero ver si... A ver, puedo...
Everything. You should.
A ver, no debería hacer esto, tiene bastante diálogo. ¡Pum! Hecho.
Your tits up, mate. Slap those asses' ears on your ass's noggin.
Oh, such a shame. I'd already pictured you in those ears. Quite the interesting picture, too.
I know of other ways to look interesting. I could show you.
I'll think about it.
Time to drink! We are at a wedding!
Aye, let's drink. My time's as short as you are, friends.
Quería encontrar eso.
And his betrothed.
Hear that, Shani? My betrothed. Know what that means?
No. What?
It means we should act as befits the betrothed.
And what's that mean?
I woo you, you resist. But it all ends as everyone knows it must. Ah, the merriment. Good show indeed. Let's continue the ball.
Vale, a ver, ¿cuánto tiempo pasó? No, vale.
Mark this, Gwent. Onward to the next diversion.
Entonces, participas en las actividades hasta medianoche. Ok, puedo hacer esto. Vamos a participar en todas las actividades. O el tragafuegos. Vamos a hacer el tragafuegos porque quiero seguir esta misión. Siendo sinceros.
Following some dog's trail? Not exactly how I imagined this wedding.
Y la verdad es que no.
Wonderful, my juicy pair. I shall continue my travails while you rest. Shan't be long now.
¿Lol? ¿No puedo investigar esto de verdad?
As if one too heavy, no discoveries of note as yet, but I shan't give up. This Witcher work suits me swimmingly.
Oh, allá está. Allá está. ¿Qué es esto? El sombrero.
A spark
El gorro.
cap if ever I've seen one. As gesterly as they come. Chap must have lost it running from Demon. Two conclusions then. Our magician is fat and a coward.
Arriba. Arriba.
Missing man, missing mutt.
El perro.
Am I seeing this right? That gammy puss ran up a tree to escape that puppy.
Guess so. You, get down.
Oh no, no bloody chance. I value my life.
Es un perro.
What do we do?
Lo calmaré.
Sit.
Obviamente que lo iba a calmar, por favor.
Now that is power. If I'd had that, the Horsons never would have gutted me.
A ver, sí.
Do some folly. Roll about on the ground. That sort of sport.
No.
Oh, could you be any more of a bore? I'll do it myself.
No sabes hacerlo. Así que no sabes hacerlo.
Roll over.
¿Qué?
Were I to command it to eat its own tail, it would do so, right?
Demon, doghouse now.
Now what have you done? Why ever? Ruin my fun.
Have it at the wedding. Climb down. Man-eating beast's gone, as you can see.
You sure it won't return?
Positive.
Better safe than sorry, I always say.
Geralt, this jester is drunk as a skunk. I hope he's not polished off that bottle yet.
I saved your life, man. Do you not at least owe me a sip?
Course. Bottoms up.
Buenísima.
I say, cracking good mead. Now I understand why you wanted some private time with it.
Fine mead, true. But I was fleeing an hound. Hound? But it was a monster. A furry, faggy devil. They chose a fitting name for it.
¿Cómo le pusieron? Tu gorro, toma.
Your cap, sir. Lost it running from that pup like a gutless coward.
Ah, my dearest cap. Always brought me good luck it has. I'll wear it for every performance.
You're a man whose trade is literally to play with fire. How can you fear a tiny runt of a dog?
Was a monster! A demon!
So you said. You're a stoneless coward, sir. That's that.
Oh, beg your pardon. I'm not a coward. I'm cautious. Know what become of a fire eater who paid no heed to caution?
I suppose he might singe his tongue.
Guessed it. Settles that misunderstanding.
You can forget about performing in your state.
And just what state would that be?
Borracho?
Yourself, man. You're a tramp. Can barely stand, let alone perform.
First off, that's bollocks. Second, I'm a fire eater, not a stilt walker. Standing straight ain't a requirement.
Ya te fabricarás por camino.
You shan't pull the wool over my eyes. I know your type. Now here's the plan. We shall head down this path till we arrive at the wedding. You'll have sobered by then.
But...
Silence. Do you know me, sir? When a nobleman speaks, you listen. You will stay close at my side. We will return to the wedding, where you will put on a show to make our honored guests soil their breeches from joy. Got it?
Yes.
Good. Then let's be off.
Muy bien.
Keep calm. Stay close.
Vámonos.
Say a step. Wild animals behind it. Yes! Bear!
Seems there shall be no tricks. We must inform the bride's mother the magician turned coward.
Ah, claro, este camino. Participa en las actividades. Ah, perfecto, puedo participar en todas. Espero. Venga, voy a decirle a la madre que está todo hecho. ¿Por qué este camino? Informa a la madre. Yo este camino estoy dando toda la vuelta. ¿Por qué? ¡Ey! Ya está todo hecho.
I found your fire liquor, but he gave up the ghost on the way back.
Lol.
Vodka.
Just my luck to hire a drunk. And Demon, what's with him?
He failed to return.
No, he did. He's just acting mighty strange.
Seems to be in a muddle of sorts. Got as much life in him as a carrot.
Might have eaten some nightshade or whatnot.
The dog's small beer. No fire eating, that's the grief.
Aye, grief. No show. Oh no. What can we do?
I can't help but wonder. Must it be a fire eater who performs? What if, instead, there was, oh, I don't know, a juggler?
Just where would we find a juggler at this hour?
But say you did. Would that do as a replacement for the fire sniffler?
Well, I suppose it might.
Then I shall perform.
You? First I've heard of a juggling witcher.
Today I'm no ordinary witcher. In my youth I had a great many friends among circus folk. They taught me well. I shall gladly save you from your troubles.
Well, if that's the case, I'll announce the performance.
Muy bien. Actuará el brujo. Esto va a ser muy divertido. Esto va a ser excelente. El tipo se murió. No pensé que se había muerto. Pensé que lo habían matado el jabalí.
Let's do some dancing.
In my experience, witches and dancing don't exactly mix.
Today they mix like fire and oil, my love. We'll dance the barn down.
Muy bien. Tengo preparado el...
Faster till we expire.
Muy bien, señor brujo, muy bien. Ahora. Sí, estoy sacando fotos, sé que se escuchan, creo. Creo que se escucha, es lo más probable. Porque no se escucharía.
And now, a special treat for our special guests. The Witcher Geralt and his enchanting partner, Shani. Musicians, something lovely for the loving couple.
At last, music for a loving embrace. Come, Shani. It's time you discovered my romantic side.
Probablemente debería haber hecho lo último porque ya es de noche. Tendría que seguir bebiendo con todos esos. Pero bueno. ¿Qué se le va a hacer? Me marcaba esta misión para hacerla y bueno, la hice. La segunda, obviamente.
Oh, how humble you are.
I strive to be, yet should the need arise, I can strut as proud as any peacock.
¿Qué?
Perfect combination. Women must love you.
Well, not to brag, but...
Call it idle curiosity, but how many have you had?
Many. And not a scrub hag among them, I should add. Women with true class, all. Though none to match your charms.
Muy bien.
Seems the music in the evening draw to a close. Know how a true dancer thanks his lovely partner.
I'm not sure I do.
Boom. Potaza.
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
I have my mind, my heart for you.
We must agree. You can say whatever you please, but you shall keep your hands to yourself. Understood?
Don't be upset, my peach. I couldn't resist.
I'm not upset. Just next time, don't lunge at me like that.
I'd had a long fast, so to speak. Hunger overwhelmed me. But yes, next time I shall ask. Shani, may I kiss you?
You are incorrigible.
A ver, el tipo preguntó.
What for? He'll have nothing of interest to say. The man's adrip.
Please.
Very well.
See how I've reeled her in? Now don't fuck this up.
Geralt, I'm curious what it's like when that ghost's inside you. Do you feel anything? Have any control?
I feel everything. Don't have any control over what I do or say, though. Why do you ask?
Because I wonder what it would have been like to dance with you. Just you.
segunda.
Well, I probably wouldn't have forced myself on you.
Forced myself? It was an innocent kiss, naught more.
I don't know if I should thank you or if that should make me angry.
But don't get me wrong. I've thought about doing just that a few times, but...
But what?
But I'm not going to talk about it with him here. We can discuss it once he's gone.
I'll hold you to that.
Muy bien.
Whoa, hold there, mate. You said you weren't interested back in the crypt. Now suddenly, after I've beat the cream all night, you swoop in to dip your berry and aim to delight in it without me present?
Shut up.
What's going on now?
Nothing. Never mind. Happened to see the man who announced your song?
Yes, he acted as though he knew me, but we've never met. I was surprised.
El tipo de la marca.
Gontaro Dim, Master Mirror. Wonder what he's doing here.
Then perhaps you should just ask him.
Yeah, he didn't show up without a reason. Need to talk to him.
Consider that he might have simply been nearby and dropped in on a whim.
Promise you this much. He never does anything simply, and certainly not on a whim.
I was to make merry, carouse. Yet here I've stood the last 5 minutes, listening to you talk. I'm going back in.
Better. Come, Shani. The night beckons us not to jabber it away.
Habla con el señor espejo sobre la boda, participa en las actividades de la boda a medianoche. Haz malabarismos para entender. A ver. Es que. Hago todas estas tonterías hasta la medianoche. Y que reconocer, esto no parece bastante, esto no parece divertido. ¿Este? ¿Qué tal?
Found yourself a perch from which to survey passing bows?
What do you mean? My back aches from pounding the churn, so I'm having a...
And they say
Muy bien.
fire burns hotter in an old stove.
If I was your age, you'd be singing a different tune. Have you squealing like a kitty cat?
Muy bien. ¿Ustedes qué tal? ¿Están pescando? ¿Está remojando los pies?
Seen what he pulled from the water? An old pot?
Mayhaps his lass wears pots for shoes, case she can't find a privy.
You were supposed to fish out my slipper. I'm at a dance now with 1 foot bared. 'Tis a wedding. I've got to wear slippers.
Oh, look, dearie. I did. Take there. Muck must have sucked it deep in.
Well, poke your paws in there. Rut for it. Rubbish game.
What's all this then?
They're playing slip in for a slipper. Never heard of it?
Never. Us gentry folk have other diversions. What's the object?
Maid tosses a shoe in the water. A man's got to dive in and fish it out.
And once I retrieve it?
Well, your maid'll be pleased as punch. Or it means you're a gallant beau. And awful handy.
Is that all? No prize? Not even a kiss?
That depends on the miss in question. If she wants to give you a kiss, she will. But she ain't obliged. Oh my.
Oh, there's more to come.
Mamadísimo. Mamadísimo.
Prime game. Shawnee, your slipper. I shall prove I dive to any depth for you.
¿Pero no se va a mojar? ¿No se va a mojar?
Observe, Shawnee.
My eyes are glued.
Zapato perdido. ¿Habrá algo más acá? Sí. Zapato perdido. ¿Algo más? Tengo bastante oxígeno para observar todo. Oh, allá hay otro. Zapato perdido. ¿Hay todos zapatos perdidos acá? ¿Cómo voy a encontrar? ¿Acá habrá alguno? No. ¿No hay más? ¿No? ¿No hay más? Quedan 3. ¿Por qué estamos con ustedes 3?
Damn mucky that pond, sank in up to my armpits.
I see no amount of silt could keep you from my shoe. And all the other shoes overtossed in the lake.
Always better to do a bit more and even gain naught by it than to do too little and face regret.
Oh, that's quite the theory.
One founded in practice. For instance, I can now approach the owner of any of these slippers, and she will lift up her skirt and bend over. To don it, of course.
Ah, so generous. And clever.
Just figuring that out? I believe I've earned a kiss.
Well, find the owners of those shoes. One might agree.
Don't be jealous, Shawnee. That was but a jest. I don't give a piffle about the others. Oh well. Recognize this, Cinderella?
My shoe?
Now extend your supple leg and let me slide it in. That is, on.
Thank you.
Y ahora estoy mojado con medias, de verdad. Ya es re de noche.
Like a good swim. Now we must do something else. Something wild.
Vamos a hablar con el señor este. Vamos a hablar con el tipo acá. Hey, ¿qué tal?
Gingerbread's now but flour, honey, eggs and spices.
I beg to differ, madame. You omit the most important ingredient in gingerbread. Time.
What sort of balderdash is he feeding them?
Quiet. If you listen, you'll learn.
Time? What do you mean, time? An ingredient?
Time gives the proper consistency. Time provides that ideal crunch on the outside, the delicious moistness within.
So how much of this time does it take?
That you will not find in any recipe. You must surrender to your senses. Let them lead you so close to time, you touch it. Let you sniff it, stroke it even. Time. Time is the key. Greetings, Shani. I must introduce myself. Gaunter Odin. My, what a lovely dress. The color suits you exquisitely.
Thanks. I've heard a lot about you, but no one mentioned cooking. Seem to know quite a bit about gingerbread.
Quite simply, I know a lot about everything.
Is that so? What do you know about me?
That you were ever the worst brother, that you envied Olgierd from your earliest days, and always wished to be just like him.
Wait, you can see me? That is, me, Vladimir von Everek?
Of course. Why ever wouldn't I?
Because I'm in Geralt's body, the Witcher's, and...
Just who would I be if the true nature of things remained hidden from me? Someone like you, meaning no one.
I wouldn't want to get blood on my damsel's dress, but insult me once more and...
You shan't touch me. I know you'd very much like to act like your brother in this situation, demonstrate how manly you are, but let's be honest, nothing will come of it.
Oh.
You're simply not him, no matter how much you wish you were.
Demuéstralo. No pienso seguir escuchando esto.
I came here to revel, enjoy myself, not to discuss my brother.
That's good. Olgierd probably wouldn't want me to talk to you about him.
Olgierd was my brother and my friend. Never have there been more loyal comrades than us.
The question is, were you as dear to him as he seems to have been to you?
He made a hero of me in death. In my last battle, in truth, I was far from valiant. 5 came at me. I'll not deny it, I fled. I hid in a cellar, yet they found me, cornered me like a rat. But Olgierd told everyone I flew at all 5, took them on all at once, alone.
I'm rather curious how you know all this.
Olgierd visits my grave, often. Pours a drink for me, gets soused himself, and talks of the old times. He cannot see me, but I hear his every word.
Well, perhaps one day he'll say something very surprising.
What are you getting at?
I shan't disturb you any longer. Have a splendid time, for time is short.
Es verdad, nos queda poco tiempo.
Shani, I'm sorry.
It's all right. That was... Ugh, forget him. We're here to enjoy ourselves, right? Let's go. The night's still young.
No lo sé.
All lies, not a word of truth.
La verdad.
Olgierd was not just my brother. More importantly, he was my best mate.
Es que no sé qué hacer, es que quiero hacer los malabarismos también. Voy a guardar la partida acá. Guardar partida. Acá. ¿Ya sobreescribir? Sí. Voy a guardar la partida acá. No, acá no. Guardar partida, acá. La ranura vacía. Para ver si puedo hacer las actividades o hacer los malabares. A ver si puedo hacer todo. Quisiera hacer todo en realidad.
Your health, Sir Dwarves. May your beards grow long but never tangle round your ankles.
Oh no, me he emborrachado. ¿Qué es esto, bailar? ¿Qué pasa?
If I may, Shani.
Don't let me stop you.
Vale, creo que puedo hacer todo. Creo que el tiempo no avanza.
By the way you move, what charm, what grace.
Thanks.
¿Y ustedes qué? Ah, en la parte de arriba. ¿Qué hay en la parte de arriba? ¿Cómo subo? ¿Cómo subo? ¿Cómo subo? ¿Cómo subo? ¿Cómo subo? Por acá. Tiene que ser por acá. ¿No? Vale, da igual.
Of all these flowers, you, my dear, are the loveliest.
Believe the young man's mistaken me for another.
Not at all. I like my women as I like my peaches. Fuzzy and well ripe.
That's enough. Get going. You're drunk and randy. Nothing good's ever come of that mix.
Bol no sé qué. Eso no está bien decirlo, ¿eh?
I never say no to a lady. To your fair beauty. And to yours, Shani, naturally.
Your elfin happiness. Fortune smile upon you, white wolf.
¿Me conocen todos acá? A ver, probablemente sea por las baladas de Jaskier. ¿Qué es esto que está acá? Ah, vale, entiendo. Aún no, todavía no. Puedo hacer todo, perfecto, me agrada.
What sport is this? Blustering about after pigs, are you?
Lads are racing to be crowned King of the Swineherds and win the prize that comes with it for their wench. Lady.
And the rules? One must be a swineherd's son to enter, I suppose?
Nay, any man can try his luck. All you need is to herd the piggies dabbed in yellow into the pen.
King of the swineherds, eh? And what's this king get exactly? A king's ransom, I would hope.
No coin, Honours the prize. King gets a crown of laurels he pins to his saddle, rides about with pride that he's king of the swineherds.
You mentioned some trifles for the lasses. Are they worthwhile at least?
For certain! Lovely, every last one. Pretty as a painting. Win and see for yourself.
Sounds like damned foolish nonsense. But why not give it a try?
We'd be honoured.
A ver, vamos a intentarlo, ¿por qué no?
Could change his own wench into a bed, let alone a pig into a pen. Let the Witcher give it a
ver si somos Art y se mueren todos. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Tengo que meter todo eso ahí adentro.
Watch my movement, Shani. I'm spry as a cat and sly as a fox. I'll show these imbeciles how one chases a porker.
Vámonos. Métete, métete, métete. Tengo que meter los dos al mismo tiempo, ¿no?
Got a nice and cozy pen for you. See that, Shani? One big pen.
A ver, primero voy a meter a esto. Vamos, vamos, métete, métete. Métete, chabón. Uno. ¿Y el otro dónde está?
You foolish peasants learned a lesson from your better.
Ah, ¿ya había metido uno?
Indeed they are.
No sabía eso. Bueno, subí de nivel. Tal destreza persiguiendo cerdos. ¿Qué está pasando?
My family had many pens, but that in no way means I had any practice chasing pigs.
However it were, the crown's going to a good man.
And the king's chosen maid deserves a fitting favour. Here.
¿Un cerdo?
Just don't go hiding it in some pouch. Brandish it on your horse so that all folk may see.
Corona del rey de los porqueros. Muy bien, ¿qué cosas me dará?
Ever witnessed such agility?
You're clearly a natural at chasing pigs through muck. You were a joy to watch.
How does my heart's captor like the prize I won for her?
The rag-stuffed piggy? It's lovely, truly. I've always dreamed of owning one.
Es muy bonito, la verdad. Es muy bonito.
Tell me, Shani, what's the key with you?
What do you mean?
I'm on the prowl, that's clear. I woo and woo, yet you do not succumb. So I can't help but wonder, what am I doing wrong?
Perhaps you're just not my type. Considered that?
Rubbish. I'm every lass's type.
Is that so? Prove it.
With pleasure. Show me a lass, and I'll have her eating out of my hand in the blink of an eye.
That one, with the garland.
Splendid choice. Now observe as Vladimir von Everegg does his...
¿Le vas a decir una estupidez como le dijiste a las demás? Me gusta como las frutas peludas y maduras. Muy bien.
Do I know you?
That's the crux of it. We've not met. I've had to endure half a lifetime without you.
An entire lifetime, more like.
A moment, my dear. Do not sabotage me, Shani. That would not be fair.
Fine, fine. I'll stay out of your way.
No. Mi querida joven, eres un milagro. O te dolió mucho cuando te caíste del cielo. No, mijo. Los dos son horribles. No. Dios, este tipo es retrasado. Este tipo es muy retrasado. Voy a decirle la primera, porque por lo menos tendrá algún remate interesante, pero la segunda ya la conocimos todos.
My sweet, you are no mere maid, but a marvel of nature. And now, at last, fate knocks at your door.
but I don't know rightly.
You needn't know anything. I know it all for us both. I shall make a true lady of you. Arm in arm, we'll grace the finest salons.
Salons? But really? Actual salons? In Novigrad? Then how?
In Novigrad, Oxenfurt, why, in Kovir as well. Wherever you wish. Let's make haste to the barn. There, everything will be made clear.
¿Por qué se le está acercando la cara? No entiendo.
Step away from the man.
Who the devils are you?
We're the Mrs. Brothers, and we swore to our down his dying day we'd keep those of your ilk far from her.
Easy, lads. No harm done. An innocent conversation with an innocent miss. The kind weddings are for.
We all heard your innocent talk. Wanted to draw her to the barn. What were you gonna do there? Talk some more?
Naturally, we would speak. But first, we would dance. Now tell me, what sort of fool wouldn't want to dance with a beauty like her?
Find another beauty, or I'll dance with you myself, just after I grab me a fence post.
Geralt, you saw it. I tried to resolve this peacefully, but they wish to fight. Suits me just fine. Sounds like wonderful fun. Fence boards right over there for the taking.
Bear eat your stones.
That's the last ploughing straw. No one accuses Vladimir von Everett of cowardice.
Calm down, boys. Don't want to fight you.
Too damn bad, because we're gonna tan your mutant freak hide.
That does it! Rah! Hi-ya!
Soy un brujo, no podéis contra mí.
Hot damn, boy. You needn't ask me twice.
LOL. Los voy a destrozar. La fecha del hombre muerto misión actualizada. Ah, no puedo usar señales.
Never in my life have I reveled so fiercely. Step up.
Muertos
Who
todos.
else wants a shave? Had enough peasant spawn. Thought yourself a match for a Von Everett. A witcher. Away with you. Begone. I've tired of looking at your slack-jawed yaps. Where to, my love? I was to turn you into a lady.
Geralt, you must explain I was not at fault. They lunged at me. Well, go on, chase her.
In your dreams.
There it is. You fucked up. She's gone. Is that how you woo the ladies?
You always that charming in life?
It worked. More often than not.
Listen, tongue and fists on a leash from now on. Have your fun, but don't beat the wedding guests. With my hands.
Fine. I shall try. Uh-oh. Shani approaches. Unlikely to be happy, eh?
Excelente imagen.
This mess, you do the explaining.
Oh, all right.
Your methods, quite unusual. To woo a woman by beating up her...
A ver, sí, es muy extraño.
Wonder what else you have up your sleeve.
Estoy desentrenado, claramente.
A hazard of the trade, my love. I'm clearly a bit out of practice. But point out the next young miss, and I will gladly prove I...
You've proven everything amply. Let's just have fun, all right? After all, you haven't much time left.
Fine. I suppose you're right. Come then.
¿Me quedará algo por hacer? Haz malabarismos, perfecto.
So good to shake the kinks from those.
Los malabares. Fue la granina para la ceremonia del gorro, no entiendo qué es esto.
More fun.
More fun, no hay más more fun.
Ever seen a juggling witcher?
Estoy intentando hacerlo.
Gather round, all.
Oh, vale, claro, se estaba moviendo solo.
Witcher, the one and only, the carefully shiny. Ever seen such deft hands? I would love to show you what else they can do.
Jaja. Haz malabarismo para entretener a los invitados de la boda. Ya está, ¿no? O hay más. ¿Hay más? ¿Solo es tontería solamente?
So, Shani, was it to your liking?
It was positively gripping.
Interesante, solamente era esa tontería. Pensé que iba a hacer cosas. Sí que va a hacer más. Ceremonia del gorro. Ah, claro, el gorro. Pues se van a casar. Es que soy tontísimo.
I'll leave you for a moment. As a bridesmaid, I need to be by the bride for the capping.
Go on, Shani. I'll manage fine alone. Ladies and gentlemen, this night I've tasted of life's delights so fiercely, I've decided to make a speech.
Geralt, there's no need.
Muy bien, no lo voy a hacer.
So be it. If there's no demand, I shan't supply. But it would have been a beautiful speech.
It's almost midnight. Time for the capping.
You're a bridesmaid, Shani. Take your place.
Midnight chime has struck. The capping times are come. What thoughts in young hearts prance? What dreams make young blood run? Be they nice, be they vice, of jestily or lordly stance, out they'll come in this hour's dance.
Toast the lovely couple, then give them a few weeks, and we'll toast the lovely bear with its pale and puffy cheeks.
Les acaban de decir feos. Acaban de decirle feos a la pareja. Excelente. ¿Qué pasa? Pero te va a dar una infección, por favor.
That really necessary?
It came rushing back in a torrent. How we caroused at Olgierd's wedding. I couldn't resist. Had to pen a few words. Will you give him the letter?
Sí.
I will.
Thanks.
Obviamente.
You're a good chap, Witcher. Dull as dirt, but good. A lovely custom. Blushing maids, twirling in dance, their hair swirling freely, their bodices undone, their bouncing...
Will you stop?
Did you see it? Shani caught the garland. She'll be next to marry as peasant superstition has it.
Maybe. Doesn't matter. It's past midnight. Time for you to go back to the crypt.
I can't. I'm not finished here.
Is Vladimir's ghost gone?
You see? She asks after me. Misses me already.
I'm here, my ever-loving tulip. That kiss as we danced made my head so light. A team of hellish stallions could not tear me away before I receive one more. Or two more. Or as many as you'll give.
You seem to have enjoyed yourself. I'm glad.
A kiss. I knew it would end this way. An end that is but a beginning.
No, it's just an end. It's after midnight. Your time has come.
Ah, we needn't fret such trifles. Death's not come to claw me back, so why not continue our revels?
What's Geralt think about that? You gave your word.
Shawnee, darling, I'm dead. Can't expect too much from a corpse.
Vladimir von Everick, go back whence you came. Please.
Stay out of this.
LOL. Lo sacó de un mordisco de la manzana.
Thank you! Stop! Get ye hence, or I'll take you with me, and your moldy crypt will look like paradise in comparison. The choice is yours.
Don't torture him.
I promise he'll not die.
Hijo de remil puta. Ah, increíble. A ver, sí, no va a morir.
Gods, what is this?
What did you do
¿Qué le has hecho?
Sent him back whence he came.
I hope you didn't hurt him.
I disposed of a pest. There was no need for you to suffer his cheek any longer. Geralt had finished his task, you see, so...
Yes, I know. As soon as he finishes one task, he needs to rush off to the next.
Who knows? Perhaps this time will be different. I saw you looking at each other, and it just so happens I also know the history you share.
You do?
Qué bien, porque yo no.
How?
Shani, darling, would you ask an eagle how it knows how to fly? Regardless, what matters is Vladimir von Everick will bother you no more.
Tengo que irme. Un rato más. No tengo idea de quién es, así que voy a irme.
Should get back to Olgierd soon.
And like that, it's over. Huh. Here, I thought I might get some more time with you.
Y sí, sí, un brujo.
Silly, wasn't it?
Wouldn't say
Entonces cabeza con Tris.
Never mind. I should find Aldona. I am her bridesmaid, after all.
Oh, Dios.
Ah, there it is. The face of a man who's failed to understand a woman.
You understand her?
Of course. Women are simple. The problem is that men are hopeless fools. Your friend will now make a show of being hurt, pick her some flowers, or bring her a drink. She'll get over it in a snap.
No dejan de pasar autos con música.
You have feelings for her. Don't overthink it.
Con música a todo, a todo el volumen.
Honesty. Nothing more beautiful in human relationships. You needn't end like Aldona and Jonas. Besotted fools bound by a contract they'll never escape. Seize the night. Seize your chance. Enjoy one another. That's it. Have fun.
Pero no quiero, quiero matar bichos. Quiero matar monstruos. Tararán. Sentido de brujo. Ahora esto podría ser interesante, alcohol.
Good mead ought to lift her spirits. A sip of something strong never hurt anyone. Question is, will it cheer her up?
Probablemente no. Dejar.
Good idea? Maybe not. She might be a sad drunk.
Perfecto. ¿El otro qué es?
My, aren't you
Rowan berry brandy. Shawnee loves the blossoms. I'd enjoy this as well.
Ah,
A sip
mira,
of something
interesante.
strong never hurt anyone. Question is, will it cheer her up? Good idea.
Porque la música está más alta
Maybe
que
not. She might be a sad drunk.
la voz de Geralt. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Y otra?
Rowan. Shawnee mentioned she used to weave the berries into necklaces. Pretty, I guess. Thing is, will it cheer her up?
A ver, creo que cada cosa va a levantarle el ánimo todo, pero... Vamos a elegir el de las flores. Vamos a elegir este. ¿De aquí?
A sip of something strong never hurt anyone. Question is, will it cheer her up?
Ah, esto es licor. No, esto es licor fuerte. No.
She might be a sad drunk.
Esto podría ser más divertido.
Pretty, I guess. Fine, I'll pick some. Becoming quite the romantic.
Sí, claro. Claro que sí. Era de un romántico. Una planta, sí. Dejad de pasar.
Still here? Thought you had to meet Olgierd.
You and I see each other so rarely. Figured Olgierd could wait till morning. Smile, Shani.
You remembered I liked the Rowan.
Remember a lot of things about you. Wedding's still in full swing, but your face, I'd say you were at a funeral. Why so sad?
Sad? Not really. It's just... After I caught the garland, I realized something. The years are flying by, yet all I ever do is study, pump stomachs, and reattach limbs. All alone.
You've got friends. Me, for one.
In that case, let's drink to our friendship.
To friendship.
I'm afraid the drinks got into our minstrels. Horribly off-key.
Let's go for a walk.
Good idea.
Estoy con Tris. No empiezo a traicionar a esta maravillosa. No lo demasiado porque hay bastantes cinemáticas y están pasando motos y autos a cada rato con la música fuerte y todo eso. Ah, todo bien, vamos a decir que sí.
Might have even enjoyed myself if I hadn't had to argue with a madman's ghost, be his puppet.
¿Veis ese ruido?
Gotta admit though,
es un auto.
Thanks to him, I did experience a lot of things I might have missed otherwise.
Mean chasing a dog through the woods or brawling, fence board in hand?
Forgetting something. There was also a kiss.
True. Though that was so clearly Vladimir. I nearly forgot you were involved at all.
His will, sure, but my body felt everything. Reminded me of the old times.
Vizima, you mean? Oh, I thought you'd forgotten our whole Catriona story.
That was background. What I remember most, the mood, the feelings, the people I met. And those I met for the second time in my life.
You're right. I was up to my elbows in work, but those were good times. They're nice memories.
For me too.
Quiero jugar The Witcher 2 ya. Solo por esta tontería. Solo para saber más de todo esto.
You needn't worry about our finances, sir. My workshop, business is booming.
Ah, sí, por eso también estoy silenciando los ladridos de los perros, por eso también. Por eso también estoy callado, joder.
Never you worry, sir. My lips are sealed as the grave. Us menfolk need to stick together.
Sir. Enough of that. I'm Vassy. You can call me Dar.
Oh, thank you, Dar. I feel honoured. Let's drink on it.
Seems the families are bonding.
A bride's father and his son-in-law? Stiff at first, but add drink and they bond or slap each other silly.
I was afraid the wedding wouldn't happen at all.
Mean the differences in wealth?
Mm-hmm. Jonas's family didn't consider Aldona worthy.
Clear they love each other, though. Parents usually give in if that's the case.
Oh, I don't know. My mother would never accept an unfit beau, even if I insisted I loved him, had chosen him.
Doubt your mother's that unbending? You'd win her over, I'm sure.
I haven't managed to yet.
You only ever bring home fiddlers, jugglers, and witchers?
No, but she'd want me to choose someone wealthy, or with a good trade, well brought up.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
I guess not, but it's hard to find one like that who's still even slightly amusing.
That's probably true.
Tell that to my mother. She actually thinks I should have found a husband at the academy. But I didn't. Ugh. I'm certain she thinks there's something horribly wrong with me.
Oh, please, Shani. It's the 13th century. Women don't go to the academy to find a husband. They go to learn, pursue their passion. You did that. I'm sure your mother appreciates it. You got a doctorate, have your own practice, been at the front lines many times. You're a good person. Not a thing wrong with you.
Really think so?
Really?
Creo que sí, obviamente.
Look, the brave brothers.
Drank
Está metido
themselves
dentro de la
stiff
caja.
as the boards they tore from the
Está metido
fence.
dentro de la caja.
Wonder where the sister is. Couldn't protect her from a cheeky 4-year-old in their condition.
If they hadn't intervened, you'd have gone for a tumble in the hay with her. She was willing, if you ask me.
That was Vladimir, not me, remember?
But pretend for a moment it had been you, and the situation had been different. Say you're at the wedding, and that very girl keeps glancing, smiling at you. Then she finally walks up, and you know exactly what she wants. What do you do?
Ah, la primera, claramente.
Huh. If Dandelion was around, and he usually is, I'd introduce her to him and walk off.
I don't believe that. You'd let the opportunity pass?
I don't need opportunities like that.
Changed your style.
Let's say I've grown choosy.
You say that as if you've already picked.
'Cause I have. Guess who?
Ooh, gorgeous.
Bueno, lo que tú digas. Tal vez con las texturas mejoradas, con el modo de las texturas mejoradas, se vea realmente mejor.
What kiss?
The one Vladimir planted on your lips, with my lips. Just wondering if it would have felt any different without him there.
That I cannot tell you.
Only one way to find out.
Sí, la mano llena de sangre. ¿Y la carta? Foto.
So, how'd it compare?
A ver, mejor.
Definitely rather kiss you alone, of my own free will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Vladimir was after more than a kiss. Said so openly, in fact.
All true. He was very direct, I'll give him that. Which, on occasion, has its advantages.
You're right. Can save a lot of time.
So, how do you stand today, Geralt? Have some time to waste with me? Or would you rather go back now?
Volvamos.
Love to stay, I would. But we ought to get back to the wedding.
Está triste.
Yes, that's best.
Está realmente triste.
Penny for your thoughts?
Joder.
Just thinking that
Silenciar el
friends
micrófono
should
ya.
stay friends.
My feeling too.
I have a lot to think about. Alone. So I'm not going back to the wedding. Not really fond of watching drunks stagger around, anyway.
Shani, wait. Before you go, need to ask you a favor.
Yes?
It's about Olgierd. Seems a mysterious man. Can't escape the impression his story's more complicated than I thought. Could you look into it? See if you can learn something?
Sure. Be glad to.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Yes. See you later, Geralt.
¿Y la carta? ¿La carta la sigo teniendo? Ah, acá está el objeto. ¿Qué es esto? Más 15% de oro adicional. ¿La carta es esta? No. ¿Dónde está la carta? ¿La puedo ver? Garra de oro. Se puede vender por una suma importante de dinero. Piel de jabalí. La carta, la carta, la carta. Acá está. Chal de Skellige. Objeto necesario. No, este es un chal. ¿A dónde estará? Ah, no va a estar claramente. Estos son objetos de artesanía y alquimia. Aquí está esto. Que lo voy a poner ahí. O acá, probablemente. Objetos de misión. Esto. Ah, pero esto se pone acá. Bueno, da igual. Hay que necesitar el otro. No. No vamos a ir hacia allá. Vamos a ir con la misión. Ábrete sésamo. La puerta. Ve a la casa de subastas y hacer esto. Perfecto. Tac, 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 tac. Vamos con la misión. O podríamos decirle. O ver todo el diálogo en una sola. Vamos a hacer esta. Vamos a avisarle que ya cumplí esa tarea. ¿Me puedo teletransportar en un lugar cercano que hay aquí? Por casualidad. Me gustaría acá. Perfecto. ¿Sí la vuelta hacia acá? Ah. Ah, por favor, Roach. Salte, salte. Salte, Geralt, salte. Perfecto, Geralt no salta. Geralt no salta en el agua. Buenísima. Buenísima. ¡Ey! Ah. Justo me cansé y no estaba corriendo. Perfecto. Usted. Informa a este tipo que yo le he cumplido. Me falta el resto. Me falta la segunda y luego la tercera. ¿Y esta ropa? Ah, claro, la sigo teniendo. Ropa de brujo, acá está, acá está, acá está. Ahí está. Ahora sí soy un brujo. Ahora sí. Aquí no está mal, o sea.
What are they doing?
Playing. Overgrown wains, you see. Have you any children, Geralt?
None.
Oh, yes. Forgot witches is sterile. Well, don't just stare at me. Tell me what brings you.
Vamos a jugar al Gwent.
You ever play Gwent?
An immortal demands you fulfill 3 wishes, and you've the gall to propose a round of Gwent.
Afraid to lose? No problem. I'll find someone else.
Believe that's the worst wind-up I've ever heard. Lay out your cards.
Ja, te voy a destrozar. Te voy a destrozar de una forma increíble.
Shite. Not much I detest more than losing. Well, my congratulations. This card's yours.
Thanks.
¿El 2, tal vez?
Your band. Chosen some interesting specimens.
Interesting.
Va a haber bastante diálogo en este momento. Bastante diálogo.
Common carousers and roughnecks. Every last one.
Where'd you dig them up?
Some have been with me ages. Others I gathered on the road. And a few found me themselves. They're company for drink and sport at least. And ever since I began travelling with them, my old enemies have sat quiet as moles.
First time I've seen a saber like that. What's its origin?
A fear. It was a gift. Any soft-armed craven can hang a blade from his belt. Prance about feigning danger. But my saber's a promise. If I reach for it, heads will roll. Mere sight of it quells the urge to duel, in Shabers eager to face Olgierd von Everek, the infamous outlaw.
My medallion seems to think it's magic.
It thinks, eh? And I think you've never seen a better weapon.
Keep wondering how you turned the Ophiri into a beast. The more I think about it, the more I'm sure it was no run-of-the-mill curse.
This professional curiosity, or nosiness, as common as the clap.
Desire to improve. Information could prove useful down the line.
In the future, you under the delusion you'll complete your tasks, live happily ever after.
Remains to be seen. So for now, admit it. A mage helped you, right?
Give you a hint. You're not the only one to fulfill wishes around here.
Dim transformed the Ophiri? It was your wish?
Nay. It was my doing alone. But you're right. It was no ordinary curse. Though I'll say no more. A curse I uttered in a moment of rage, with no thought to it actually taking hold.
Vladimir sends his love.
You spoke to him? Impossible.
Did more than that. Fulfilled your wish. And talked to him extensively. Curious what he had to say? Fulfilled your wish. Your dead brother had himself one more day like those of old.
Very easy to say. But have you got any proof?
I do.
La carta. Ah, la carta era para él. Vale, vale, pensé que era para ella.
Vladimir's hand. It's unmistakable. You've done well, Witcher. Is that all? Or have you something else?
Gonna work on getting you Borsodi's house next.
Best of luck. Enjoy.
¿Cómo demonios haré eso? No tengo la menor idea. Pero perfecto, se ha hecho esto. ¡Ey! Está acá cerquita. Cerquita, perfecto. ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Qué te pasa? Relájate, relájate. Ah, por cierto, acá compré las cosas que necesitaba para hacer la gaviota. Esto, acá compré el licor de cereza y el licor de mandrágora. ¿Conmigo? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Quiénes son ustedes? ¿Voy a explorar un poquito? Tengo ganas de explorar. Tengo ganas de explorar un cachito. ¿A dónde estoy primero que nada? Estoy en la otra punta, claro. Quería venir acá abajo. Bueno, al parecer es justo para el lado contrario. Bueno, exploraré por mi cuenta a ver qué hay más allá adelante. ¡Hey! ¿Qué tal?
This the Borsodi Brothers auction house?
Seems it. Private Kleiner, you're on duty. Need I remind you? Fraternizing with civilians is not allowed. Purpose of your visit?
Just curious. Redanian army regulars, right?
Lance Corporal Václav reporting. And this bloke's my subordinate, Private Kleiner.
Careful you don't piss yourself out of excitement.
You say something, soldier?
Not a thing.
Shouldn't you be somewhere? There's a war on, you know.
We was transferred here. All official. Written order 76 CWX. Mission, guard the auction house. Priority, high. Top, in fact.
Borsodi fella knows his way about the court. Helps the high rankings sell their war booty. Gets protection in return.
Private Kleiner, that's confidential military information.
A ver, pues el tipo es un tonto entonces.
Any of the owners home?
Meaning the one and sole owner, the esteemed host Borsodi? Aye, he is.
Need to talk to him.
Order 76 CWX is clear. Auctions only open to folk with invitations. Writ out in their names, plain and simple.
Gonna let that hold you back? Come on.
Afraid you're out of luck. Order 76 CWX, also held that Lance Corporal Václav stick a broomstick up his arse.
Kleiner, need I remind you of the penalty for insulting a superior?
Who have we here? Geralt, the Witcher of Rivia.
Vimy Vivaldi, the banker from... Actually, where...
No sé dónde es.
Matters little, mate. Gold
A ver, señor perro, por favor, ¿quieres callarte? Tengo que silenciar y desilenciar el micrófono cada rato.
Are you squabbling with my pal Geralt?
Master Vivaldi, sir, your esteemed associate, he weren't invited to the auction, and I've...
But I plough and have been, and he's coming with me. In you go, Geralt.
Muy bien, adentro.
But my orders...
Fuck your orders. Need I take this up with the sergeant? Ha! I thought not. Now, stand to attention and shut your giggy.
Joder. Sí que los tiene calladitos, eh.
Be rolling back at the barracks.
Sut it! Now march! Round you go! 1, 2, 1, 2!
Las espadas. Qué bonita esa mi armadura.
'Twas night. I've always had a mind to see into old pals and clients.
Business with you's a pure pleasure, Vimy.
The dear departed wifey claimed the same. Ah ha! Folk are assembling. Auction's about to start. Time we went upstairs.
What did folk come to bid on? Any idea?
All kinds of valuables. Rare weaponry, exotica. But I've got my eye on a selection of canvases by the master portraitists of the Maribor School. Van de Neuve and Longendiek.
Well, well. Never knew you to be a connoisseur.
Of course I'm not. It's all muck and rubbish to me. Point of fact, I'll just wrap 'em in paper and lock 'em in the vault.
Why in the world do...
What do you mean, why, Geralt? I've got to diversify my investments, didn't I?
Could have sworn the Borsodi's auction house was in Novigrad.
It was, but they moved it. You see, Radovid offered Horst a preferential tax rate. 0%.
Pretty much unbeatable.
Aye, and I've nae seen a purer example of the benevolent state.
Actually, I'm really just here to talk to Horst Borsodi.
Oh, might be more of a problem than you'd expect.
Because?
An awful hermit, that one. Not a wee bit like his da, my little keep his soul. But Horst would like to show his heed during the auction. I'll introduce you then.
Be mighty indebted to you.
Think nothing of it. Only if I collect on loans and promissory notes. All right, up we go.
Tararán.
White gold and mother of pearl.
Guardar partida, no puedo hacerlo. Guardar partida, ahora sí.
Geralt, you thought of buying real estate. Could get you attractive terms on a mortgage.
No such thing as attractive loan terms, Vimy.
What about in...
Claramente.
Auction won't start for a time yet, it seems.
Vimy, this is a banquet.
Aye? And?
I detest banquets. Vacuous conversation, food portions fit for a mouse, drinks that taste like piss.
Ah, it won't all be bad. Let me introduce you to some of my most interesting associates. Old hen there is Countess Mignol. Wager you'll have
Sí, la misma cara que 10 personas que he
Back in
conocido.
the corner's Hilbert. New coin, that one. Came into a right fortune playing Gwent. Ah, there's Yarmir, art dealer. A pure
Creo que solamente hay como 10 caras en este juego.
He knows
A ver, hay más, pero...
like no other. So, ready to chat someone up? It's not fitting for us to stand here like knobs.
Opcional, sí, hacerlo.
Not seen you before among the heroes.
Opcional, convive con estos tipos. Vale. Tú, ¿qué tal?
Yarmir, might we trouble ye a wee spell?
Greetings, Vivaldi. Who's this?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
I thought you might have a blether with us. About the paintings on the block today.
Ah, sniffing for a quick turnaround as usual, are we?
Pot calling the kettle black, I'd say. Do a lively trade in canvases yourself, my friend. True.
Yet first they delight my eyes, whereas you treat them as mere promissory notes. The only arts that interest you are those culinary. What about you, Witcher? Do you know anything about paintings?
Realize this might be hard to believe, given my crude-looking mug. But yeah, I know a thing or two.
Truly? We ought to see what. Do you know our friend Vivaldi is in possession of 5 canvases by Van der Nobe? Yet he cannot distinguish them from landscapes at 5 crowns apiece.
I shan't pretend it's otherwise.
Yet for you, my dear connoisseur Witcher, that should present not the slightest problem, so do tell which of these is the handiwork of Edward van der Nobe, the master from Maribor.
Uf. A ver, podría decir ni idea. Porque no tengo la menor idea. No tengo ni la menor idea. Pero ni la menor idea, ¿eh? Probablemente sea señal del cuadro ambiente rural, el paisaje, el retrato del mercader, señal del bodegón, la escena de la batalla, ni idea.
Gotta admit, haven't the foggiest.
You needn't have said it. Your crude-looking mug, as you put it, radiates ignorance. I bid you adieu.
What a jackass.
Ah, fuck him. Typical aristocrat cunt. I've grown accustomed.
Siguiente.
Funny. Duke Clivet declared bankruptcy. That ring.
¿Ustedes?
Shite.
¿Hay alguien acá? Probablemente abajo. Oh no, era la subasta. Vale, no importa, quería seguir hablando con los demás. No importa, no importa.
Vimy, listen. Forgot to ask you, how's this auction going to work?
They'll bring out 3 lots to start with. Once they've sold, or not, there'll be an intermission. Horst Bosodi will probably appear then. That's when I'll introduce yous.
Counting on it.
In the meantime, have you got a budget? You prepared to bid?
A ver, tengo dinero.
Of course I will. Went to the trouble to sneak me in here. I'd be an ass not to take a stab.
Ha! Knew the bug'd get you.
Esteemed ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hereby open the auction. Ladies and gentlemen, lot number 1 is a brass figurine from the collection of the infamous Count Romilly. Rumor has it the figure harbors a treasure inside. A rumor one may prove or disprove solely by destroying the beautiful bauble itself.
Oh, esto puede ser misión secundaria o una cosa así.
Quite the bargain at 50 crowns. Any advance? With Master Hilbert at 100. To Countess Mignol, now at 150. Do I hear 200? Might I have an advance?
200, venga, vamos a comprarlo todo, vamos a comprarlo todo.
The gentleman enters a bid of 200. Do we have 250? 200 once? Twice? Thrice? Splendid Countess Mignol bids 250. Do I hear 300?
300.
My, this is lively. I've 300 going once, going twice. Do we have 350? 300 thrice, and sold to the white-haired fellow. Lot number 1, the mysterious brass figurine. Proceeding now to lot number 2. A canvas by the young Novigrad artist Van Rohe, Starry Night over the Pontar. Charming piece. Truly a bargain at 20 crowns. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 crowns, it's practically naught.
Claramente.
Yes, the gentleman with the cat eyes. At 20. Do I hear 30? 20 going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold! Van Rohe's Starry Night over the Pontar to the gentleman with the cat eyes. Lot number 3, ladies and gentlemen. A true rarity, scarce as hen's teeth. Spectacles.
Me quedan
A frame of gold.
9,000 y algo.
Crystal lenses polished by the tiny, dexterous hands of the gnome masters. Once the property of the famed hired assassin known as the Professor. Starting
Lo
price
quiero.
of 200 crowns. Anyone tempted? Gwent Maestro Hilbert offers an advance of 50. Do I have 3? My, haven't we livened up? 300 from Yaromir Ivanovich Zaitsev. Going once? Twice?
Lo quiero, lo quiero.
Incredible! With the white-haired gentleman now, good folk, at 350 crowns. A generous offer indeed. Any advance? 350 going once? Going twice? Sold! Invaluable spectacles to the white-haired gentleman. Exceedingly glad they'll be useful. May they serve you well, sir. Oh, the excitement. With the 3 lots behind us, we'll go to an intermission. Amenities
Logro
bound,
bloqueado, comprador
please
compulsivo,
park.
jaja.
We'll resume shortly.
Buenísima. La textura no había cargado.
Oh, Geralt, look! Horst Masudi! Come on, before some other cocksuckers steal him. Just, well, don't expect a warm welcome.
Y la tira al piso, increíble.
Greetings, Horst. Allow me to introduce a dear friend and associate, Geralt of Rivia, who
comes uninvited.
But you've gained by my presence. Dropped a hefty pile of crowns here.
I'm not like Vivaldi. Profit alone only goes so far for me. I seek more. The auction house is primarily a meeting place for the local elite. I needn't tell you, an itinerant mutant doesn't quite fit in.
got the distinct impression the two of yous started off on the wrong foot. Perhaps we should raise a toast to...
What's one like you want from one like me?
The Borsodi's auction house. I'm assuming the name's no coincidence. Got a relative I could talk to? Someone, how do I say this? A smidgen less irritating.
Wow.
Name's a historical legacy, Geralt. Auction house was founded by 2 brothers, Horst's father and an uncle. In this generation...
I and only I am it. So get to the point, now.
Right, let's dispense with the niceties. Maximilian Borsodi's house. Gotta lay my hands on it, whatever it...
What? Where did you learn of it?
Gentlemen, no reason to lose our composure. Raise our voices.
I ask you, where did you learn of it?
Whoa, come on now.
Where?
From Olgierd von Everek. Name mean anything to you?
It does. Guards, escort the Witcher out. And he's not to enter, not alone, not hand in hand with Hierarch Hamilfart.
Honestly, he asked a question. It were a simple inquiry.
One more word, and I shall move my accounts to the competition.
Sorry, mate, but...
No reason to trouble the guards, Horst. I'll go willingly.
I don't recall giving you a choice in the matter. Kick his swiving mutated ass out.
Oh, los destrozaría si pudiera, pero no puedo.
Your swords, master. Law says we're to return them. Law don't say when, though. So we'll do it, aye. Just after we beat the singing shite out of the honorable gentleman.
Oh, los voy a destrozar.
Gathering place for the elite, truly. Come on, lads. Let's loosen our muscles a bit.
Los voy a destrozar. ¿No puedo utilizar esto, de verdad?
What? Lost your nerve?
Venga, tengo uno de vigor. Puedo ganar, puedo ganar. Puedo ganar, puedo ganar, puedo ganar. Puedo ganar. Uno muerto. Ah, ya está. Perfecto.
Law says if you see someone hurt, you should summon a medic. Law doesn't say how fast, though. So you can sit tight a while.
Seems true what they say. Sword or no sword, a witcher brings gore.
Not in the mood for your peasant wisdom. Who the hell are you?
If all goes well, dare say I'm your partner.
Don't need any partners.
Oh, I don't know about that. No chance you'll lay your hands on Max Borsodi's house alone.
Really think you can help me?
We can help each other.
Get to the point, if you can.
To get this house, you need to get into the vault. And there's no way Horst will let you in there out of the kindness of his heart.
A heist? Don't like that idea one bit.
Got any others? Find the herbalist, lives near Oxenford. Ask for some yarrow extract. He'll know why you've come.
If this is a trap of some sort.
Be seeing you, I hope.
A ver, sí, venga, póngaselo a discutir justo al lado de la casa, claramente. ¡Hey! Perfecto, entrada añadida desconocido. ¿Cómo entraba a las... personaje? No recuerdo con qué botón era... Esto no es. Bestiario, jabalí. Ah, mira, un jabalí, es cierto. Acabo de liberar un jabalí. Creo. ¿Hay algún otro? Probablemente no. ¿Un fantasma? ¿Algo así? ¿Vampiros? No. ¿Ningún otro? Ok. Personajes, estos son la abuelita. Abuelita. Annabelle, Anna Stranger, Herminio, Arval, no sé qué. Avalak, Bartrol, Bastardo Hijo, Virna, Bran, Clav, este tipo, Ceris, este tipo, Cirila, claramente. Buah, sí que hay cosas que hay que leer para Siri, Este tipo, un desconocido. Ah, el de la casa de subasta, perfecto. Dijkstra, no sé qué, bla bla bla. El verdad sanguinario. A ver qué dice acá. Sí que sí sale a la luz, el verdad de fondo un hombre, la reunión de... No decidió llevar a su mujer y buscar allí ayuda para buscar... Vale, no... ¿Y este? El elfo misterioso, interesante. El fantasma del árbol. Se había derramado demasiada sangre inocente de la... Perfecto. Emir, Eridin, Eskel, Felicia Cori, tipo... Ah, el rey de los mendigos. Priscilla Vico, Fugas... Sigue muchos personajes, que era el de Rivia, claramente. Tiene que estar ahí. Esto por si querés saber un poco más de la historia de todos. Quería haber visitado el fantasma, porque quiero saber más de él, básicamente. Irina, Jaskier, obviamente. Kaira, Lambert, Luis, Black, oh, me pasé. Voy a ver, es que el día de hoy no sé qué, a saber que era la de encargado, conseguir su hermano, cierto como nunca. Perfecto. Elifa, Priscila, ¿dónde está ahora? Generoso, además del darme cuenta de que mi corazón tiene que contestar en ella, la conclusión de la persona que quiero, mi vida. Vale, perfecto. Shanai. Algún día leeré qué pasó en realidad. Yala no sé qué y Skahal. Perfecto. Pues por aquí lo voy a dejar. Por aquí. No tengo nada más que hacer. Por lo menos hoy. Así que muchas gracias por estar aquí. Partida guardada. Muchas gracias por verme. Nos veremos en el siguiente directo. Este maravilloso juego, esta obra maestra. Es increíble. Y hasta la próxima. Adiós.